Hello, I hope you're doing great. Welcome to Mike's Fan Brush. This will be today's painting lesson, step by step. I will show you how to do this painting lesson, and of course, I do want to thank you very much for taking the time to subscribe and view and all that good fun stuff. And hope you're doing great. You look awesome, by the way. And let's go ahead and rock and roll. All right, with a 2-inch brush, thought today we'd start out with a little bit of our Phthalo Blue. Just tap in both sides, and we're going to go ahead and grab a little bit of that black. So Phthalo Blue and some black. I'm using Mars Black. You can use whatever blue and black you like, but these combos will give you the color I'm using today. And then we're just going to come over here and do that nice little X stroke, okay? Just that nice little X stroke, like so, all the way over. I thought today we'd do a nice little mountain scene, something we could be proud of, you know. Love painting, just makes me feel really good about myself sometimes, you know, when you're feeling down, and you know, just a lot of fun. So, and this is all I'm doing. It's just this. Just the faster you do, you kind of get a little bit more action, and so that's kind of what you're looking for. Got a little bit of a hair there. There we go. Something like so. Maybe a little bit darker. We'll go ahead and same thing. A little bit of that blue and some of your black. Kind of mix them together. And I'll start here in the corner and just work my way over. Now I know it looks like I have a lot of paint on here, but I don't. So just make sure, you know, if you're loading up your brush and stuff like that, you don't need a lot of paint. You just need enough to basically stain the canvas. Just stain the canvas. There we go. And then nice and even. Nice and even. Very softly. Right across. Right across. There we go. Now if you have a 1-inch brush, you can use a fan brush, whichever you like. I'm going to go ahead and just go into our white here. Just load up both sides of the brush. No rhyme or reason, just have some fun. And let's go ahead and just put in some lovely clouds. All I'm doing is I'm touching like so, and just moving the brush, okay? You don't want to stay in one spot. You want to just keep working it, just like so. Just like so. And then we'll blend on out, okay? We'll go ahead and load up. You can do this all different ways. You can use the side of the brush. You can use the whatever you want. Today I'm just going to go ahead and just do something like so. Just something like so. And just blend it on out. I got some little fuzzies here. Oops. Pardon me. There we go. Let me go ahead and just knock some of that off. And I'm going to go right back into the white here. Right back into the white. Maybe something like that. And bring it on down. Bring it on down. What's nice is, as you're doing it, it kind of just blends. It blends for you as you're going down. And there you go, okay? And let's go ahead and just spice it up a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and tap into some of our black. So we started with some white. Now we're going to go with some black. Maybe just rub a little bit of that off on the side here. It might be a little too dark. And then kind of underneath the cloud. Now I'm barely touching. Barely touching. I just want some darkness in here. Some darkness. Maybe like so. And we'll go ahead and blend and maybe add a little bit more white. There we go. Something like so. Let me put that down. Let me grab a clean 2-inch brush. And I'm going to go ahead and just start blending underneath. Kind of bringing it up. There we go. So what it's doing, just blending underneath, and then just softly just going up top. What I'm not doing is going and touching the top of the white, you know, just like this. Just like this. And I love doing this. It's so much fun for me. It's enjoyable. I can sit here all day working on clouds. It's a lot of fun. You get a lot of detail, different things, you know, as you can see. And let me go ahead and just give that a little bit more action by just simply fluffing her up. I keep getting these little hairs. There we go. It came off, actually not off of this brush, it came off that little 1-inch I used. But there you go. And as you can see, it's just, you get all this different color and action, and you don't really do much. You're just adding a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I'll go ahead, because my 1-inch is dirty and I don't want to use the yellow one, so I'm going to go ahead and just use a fan brush. This is, you can use like a number 3, number 4, whatever you like. I'm just going to go right back into the white and just going to pop something right in front of it. Right in front. I'm going to use the corner of the brush. And I'm just going to come in and pop something. Just something in front of it. Just like that. Just like that. And I'll put that down. Let me go ahead and grab a 2-inch brush. And just like before, we're going to go ahead and just blend underneath the cloud. Just bring it up. There we go. There we go. We got some nice action. Go ahead and just fluff slightly, because I like some of this action I already have up there. But there you go, just like that, nice and easy breezy. Okay, there you go. Well, it's good seeing you. I hope you're doing great on your side and feeling good and feeling proud. And let's go ahead and keep rocking and rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and use a palette knife. I'm using the number 5, the small one. And I'm going to go ahead and mix up some mountain color. So I'm going to grab a touch of this crimson, some of my black here, and a touch of that blue. And I'll go ahead and mix that up. We're going to give ourselves a nice mountain color here. There we go. And with that, you're going to go ahead and just pull it out and go like that, and you get yourself a nice roll. And let's go ahead and make some mountains. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just push like so, and then you just scrape. Okay. There you go, stuff like that. Okay, and it's nothing special. This part right here, we're just making some nice little mountains, or like, you know, a nice little mountain range. Okay, and you're just looking for really the top. Don't worry too much. And okay, we'll have it come down like so. Grab a little bit more, or pull it out and grab it. Yeah, maybe this one will come up. And you can just push it right in there. Okay, just push it right in there. Don't be afraid. There you go. Something like that. Get some action. And then go in and just scrape the guts out. Just scrape the guts out. I just want a little bit, maybe a little bit darker. Go a little bit darker over here. Something like so. There we go. Scrape that right on off. Clean your knife. And I'm going to go ahead and grab just going to use a 2-inch brush and just pull some of this paint down. There we go. just pull it down. Just helps to get rid of some of the extra paint that's on there, and it just helps to create your mountains and let you know kind of what you're going to be dealing with here. And I'm just going to come in just underneath right now, just doing that same crisscross that we do for the sky, just underneath, and it kind of just blends everything right there for you. There we go. And I'll put that down. Let me go ahead and grab that. I'm just going to use that small knife, number 5, for right now. Actually, let me go ahead and just put this down. Let's have some fun. I'm going to use let's go ahead and just use a fan brush. I'm just going to use the number 3, number 4 fan brush that you have. And I'm going to go ahead and just load maybe into some of the white here. And I'm just going to come in and just start having some fun. Just like that. Just like that. Load up maybe a little bit more. Now, if this takes a little bit too long, we'll probably go ahead and just maybe for a little bit more detail, just put the, bust out the palette knife. But there you go, something like so. There we go. Go ahead and load that up. And I'm just using basically the corner of the brush. Just like so. And same thing, load up here. Just have fun. I mean, just going to be a little bit different of a mountain, I guess. Just having some fun. Just having some fun. It's going to be kind of way in the distance and full of mist, and you don't have to worry too much. There we go, something like so. There we go, just like that. Maybe a little bit more white over here. There we go, something like so. It just gives you something a little bit different and stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab this palette knife. And we'll want to mix up a little bit of a shadow color, so I'm gonna grab some of this white here. There we go. And use some of this mountain color. And then come over and get a touch of blue. So white, some of the mountain color that we were making, and a touch of blue. Gives you a nice color in there. Maybe just a touch of that burnt umber in there. Just a touch. I'm going to go ahead, clean this knife real quick. Put this down. I'm just going to grab that same brush we had that had the white on there. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of load up and just come over here and put some of this shadow in there. Okay, you get some different things, you know. Just like that. It just gives you different ranges and little things that were there that are there now that weren't, you know. And I'm just using the corner of the brush. I'm just having some fun. There we go. Maybe a little bit more over here. Something like so. And let me put this down. And I'm going to grab this brush, 2-inch brush, and I'm just going to slowly, slightly, very softly kind of push that in there. So there we go, just like so. just like so. And then underneath, we'll go ahead and just blend that out. Like I said, I'm just doing the crisscross. That's all I'm doing, right underneath, and it goes ahead and kind of blends it out for you. And I'm gonna go ahead, I think I'll use a detail brush. I'm gonna go into my white, and this is a detail round brush. This is a number 3. And I'm just gonna start grabbing chunks, like a nice chunk. Let me see. There you go, a nice chunk of your white. And I'm gonna start over here because this is, for me, on an angle, so this is probably a little bit more tougher for me here. And I'm just gonna come in and just start working this. Just like that. Just to give it a little bit more detail. A little bit more detail. There we go. There we go. Something like that. It just gives you some extra little detail, okay? Grab a little bit more. There we go. Nice chunk. There you go. There you go. Maybe it goes down like so. There we go. And you get some nice detail, okay? Same thing, grab your round brush, grab some paint, get a nice chunk, come in. You're basically just highlighting your highlights. Kind of highlighting your highlights and figuring, maybe that goes that way and it comes this. Maybe, there we go, maybe it does something like that. There we go, something like that. Like maybe there's a little glacier or dip or something right there. You can do. Something like so. Just grabbing chunks and just having fun. Just having fun. Something like that. Remember, say it on every painting. You gotta have fun. If you don't have fun, you'll never enjoy it, you know? Just have fun. Like this is no rhyme or reason. I'm just putting it in and just letting my mind do its thing. And that's it. You have all these pictures in your head. You just gotta let them out. They're there. They're there. You get all these different grooves and all this fun stuff. There we go, just like that. There we go. See all the different textures and grooves, and you're not really doing much. You really aren't. I know it looks like it, if you've never painted, I mean, if you've never painted, it's going to be difficult. But if you painted before, I'm really not doing anything. I'm just touching here and there. And you get all this different action. Let's go ahead and just, let me try holding it this way. That's why it's long, so you can do stuff like that. You mean, just hold it maybe this way. That's a little overdone. There we go. Just come in and have some fun. There we go. There we go. There we go. just have fun with it. Like I said, I believe in you. I think you're awesome. I think you can do this, you know. There you go. Just like that. Just like that. Not doing anything, just tapping and moving and swirling it, and that's pretty much it. Something like so. Maybe something right here. There we go. Something like that. We go ahead and just rub out some of this white paint. I'll just go into this original mountain color that we used originally. It's going to gray it out a little bit. And I just want to come in. It's going to be a little too much. Rub it out over here. There we go. There we go. Some shadow under there. There we go. Let's pick some other spots to do the same thing. Maybe something like that. There we go. There we go. So you get into there, you know, it gives it some nice shadows, some nice kind of cavey looking and real rigid and rough, and it looks good. There we go. Something like that. And maybe just a couple more, and then we'll figure something else. Here we go. Oh, that's cool, huh? I like that. A little bit. There we go. There we go. So you can have just a lot of fun, and just back and forth, and just tons of fun here. There we go. There we go, something like that. Just something like that. Maybe a little bit over here. Just a little bit over here. A little bit more. There we go. There we go. Just nice, rigid and rough type of mountain range there. I'm going to go ahead and just put that down. And let me grab I'm just going to grab a liner brush. I'm just going to go into a little bit of my paint thinner into the white. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and just grab a little bit of your white medium, just a little bit. And I just want to get some little stuff here there. There we go. Oh, there's a nice chunk. There. Oops, excuse me, I always hit that wall. Well, let's say there we go. All right, there we go. You can sit here and keep fiddling with it over and over again. All right, go ahead and use a 2-inch brush, and very softly I'm just going to pull up towards the mountain, pulling up towards the mountain, like, all right. And just like that, there you go. All right, with your 1-inch brush, I'm going to go into my burnt umber, just straight burnt umber here. And let's go ahead and just put something in. Maybe we'll go this way. Maybe something like this. Something like that. Maybe a little bit straighter, and then down. There we go, something like that. And just fill it in. Fill it in. Don't use too much paint now, because you're going to have some stuff sticking here and you don't want to mess it up. But just fill it in. Just went a little bit darker there, so I'm going to go into my black. There we go. Maybe just a little bit, just a little bit up here. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and put that down. I'm going to go ahead and just grab a nice little bit here of your, there we go, nice little bit of your sap and a touch of your black. So you got your Sap Green, which is a beautiful color, as well as your black here, and just mix it up. Don't have to be perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and just I'm just going to go ahead and grab a fan brush and just load it up. And let's come in and start putting in some pine trees here. So we'll have some coming like this. There we go, and that might be maybe a little bit too dark, so I want to add a little bit. Maybe just go into a little bit more of the sap green here. You know, we'll get some be a little bit lighter of a green, and we're going to go ahead and just put in some pine trees. There we go. And we'll load up again. And just come on in. Maybe we'll put something like right here. And we'll just touch, like so. And maybe something right there. Touch. Bring it down. And maybe another one here, same thing, and then come in like that. There we go. So we get a nice line of trees working, nice and small, so you can basically try to show some distance. We'll probably have some over here as well. So let's go ahead and just at least get some color in here. Just like that, okay? Same thing. Yeah, I'm basically just using sap green at this point, but it does have a little bit of black in it. And just going to come in like so. Just like that. Come in, keep it light. See how it's starting to lighten up? And just keep it light. and then kind of, there you go. I'm gonna put some back here like so. We'll make it look a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit right here. Just between these gaps, like if there's a gap right here, you just come in and just very softly. You're not looking for detail, it's just to let you know that there's something back there, okay? And then let's go ahead and start to go into our darker pile that we made, and just load up. Now let's go ahead and maybe put something maybe right there. And you're going to come in and just touch, kind of work your arms out there, and there you go. Get yourself a nice little pine tree going, okay? And maybe another one there. I'm just going to add a drip of odorless paint thinner. Just a drip. Don't want to do it too much. And just come in and touch, and just work your arms out. There you go, just like that. Let's go ahead and maybe put a third guy in there. Same thing, touch. And I'm going to go ahead and just do that, just kind of darken it up and make it just a little bit better here. Clean it up. There you go. There we go. And let's go ahead and just make a nice one right there. There we go. Let me just chisel that. There we go. And then same thing. Just touch, and just start working your arms out. If you find that one side of your brush is not working so great, flip it over. Maybe the other side's better. Usually that's just how it is. One side always seems to be better than the other. One side always seems to be better than the other. I want to go ahead and just put a little bit of some stuff in front of there. Add a little bit of the black in there. And just like we did this, I just want to do the same thing. It's just going to add a little bit more. There you go. Load up. And load up. And there you go. It gives you just a little extra detail, a little bit more depth. There you go. There we go. Something like so. Pull that out. There we go. There we go. Let me go ahead and just have maybe a little bit of fun here. I'm going to go ahead and use my palette knife. Let me put this fan brush down before I overdo it there. Let's go ahead and just, you know what, let's go ahead and just maybe tap in a little bit of grass and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Hansa Yellow. Come in and get a touch of that green in there. You're going to come in and just like this. Okay, so you load up and then you come in. Oh, let me go. There you go, just like that. And I want to come in and just start putting in some kind of grass. And it's going to be light because I'm using brown, so it's okay. But I want something there. There you go. And I'm just going to get a touch, just a touch of that paint thinner in there. It's just a little too thick and I'm having a little bit of issue with it popping off. So that should make it a little bit easier. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit more controlled now. So I was having issues, you can tell was giving me a little bit of issue. You come in, just give that a little bit of that odorless paint thinner, and then everything's easy breezy. Okay. And there we go. And I'm just tapping. There we go. And I'm going to load up again and do the same thing. There we go. There we go. Like I said, it's going to be light here because this is, I got that brown under there. Okay, so it's going to make it light. What I can do is I'll go into a little bit of my black here. A little bit of the black, a little bit, just a touch of that paint thinner. And I'm going to come in and just very softly there we go, just very softly in front of it. All right, I'm going to give that just a quick little wiping, and I'm going to go right into that yellow once again. And I'm going to come in and start putting some more of these grasses here. And I'm just tapping, 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 tapping. And that's where I'm looking at right there. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Let me grab a palette knife. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of this white. Put it here. A touch of that burnt sienna. A touch of this brown. And I'm going to come in and start putting in some land, basically. And maybe something over this way. There we go. There we go. There we go. Go ahead and put that down. Let me grab a fan brush again. That same one I was using to make the pine trees. I know I'm kind of all over the place. It's a little bit late for me. I always have to paint late at night. But let me go ahead and grab that green and some of the black. Make a nice pile, you're going to need it. Make a nice pile, you're going to need it. Here, I'll show you. Give me 1 second here. Let me grab my palette knife here. We'll go ahead and just, there we go. And a touch of that black, mix it up. There we go. And let's go ahead and put in some nice ones. Some nice big old pine tree. Maybe one right here. All the way down. Load up. And just like we've been doing, you're just going to touch and start working your way down the tree. And just put those, try to put those arms out. If you need to flip your brush over, you can. Or if you need to load up, you can as well. And let's go ahead and do something like that. And we'll put it right there, just like that. Let's go ahead and load up again. And let's put maybe one right there. Same thing, touch. And just try to work those arms out. There we go. Maybe another one right there. Same thing, touch. There you go. Maybe we'll put one over here. Got a big old glob of paint. There we go. Give me 1 second. There we go. Get a big old glob of paint. And maybe we'll put something right there. Oops, excuse me. Always hit that wall next to me. There you go. And then come in, same thing. Just touch and work those arms out. They don't have to be perfect. You gotta always remember, trees, they don't care. There's no rhyme or reason. They're gonna grow how they want to grow. And there you go. And you put something in like so. And let's go ahead and get something over here. Kind of darken that up and make it nice. Maybe we'll put something. Nice big guy right there, okay? Go ahead and load that up. And come in and start touching. Touch, touch, and just start working those arms out. Now, this is a big tree, so you may need to load it up. So just load it up and come back and just start doing the same thing. Okay? I'm not doing anything. This is all I'm doing. It's all I did that way too hard. I'm just going like this. I'm just using that part of the brush, and I'm just coming in, and then there you go. Same thing, load up. This is a big tree, so you're gonna need to load up. Same thing. I'm trying to debate if I should take that off, like take it all the way down. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and at least bring this thing out, right? So come here and you just work those arms out. Work those arms out. Maybe we'll just take this guy all the way out. There we go. There we go. Take that guy out. Maybe put something. Trying to think if we should put something else. Just give me one moment here. Maybe something right here. Something right there. Load up. You're going to come in just like you've been doing the whole time. Nothing's changed. You're going to come in and just tap your way in there. There we go. So we have something back there. I think that's pretty decent. Maybe I'll go ahead and just pull out some of this white. Come in. And just maybe get a little bit more white in there. Same thing over here. Just a touch more white. I want to use the small side of the knife so I can get over here too. There we go, a little bit. There we go, something like so. Here, I'll grab, I have that, I always forget I have yellow ochre on here, so I'm going to go ahead and just, let me use the small side of the knife and use some of that yellow ochre. I'm going to come in and just give it a little bit more land in front of it. something like that. Come back with some white. There we go. We got some nice. There we go. Let's go ahead. Oh, excuse me 1 second. Grab a little bit more white here and come over here. There we go. Now I'm going to take a little bit more white here. Come over here. I'll just put it here and grab some of that Sienna. So that's burnt Sienna. A little bit of the Umber. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Some white, Sienna, and some Umber. I'm going to grab a liner brush. I'm going to go right into this. And I'm going to go ahead and just try to get some tree trunks going here. Something like so. There we go. So I'm only going to do it with the dark one. So like this one right here is light and stuff like that. I'm not going to worry about it. But the darker ones like this one here and there. There we go. And maybe right here. There we go. Put that down. I'm going to go ahead and just grab a clean fan brush. Same thing, number 3, number 4, whatever you have. I'm going to go right into my yellow here. Grab a touch. Actually, I'm going to use a touch of this color right here. Just a touch. There we go. And let's go ahead and do some highlighting. And I know we're getting late on the film here, so I'm going to try to hurry this one up for you guys. So I'm going to start, I'll just start over here since it's further away from me. And we're just going to touch. Do something like so, okay? And go back in here. And same thing here. Just touch. And kind of bring it on over. I'll do the same thing here. Just going to use the other side of the fan brush. And that's it. And let's go ahead. And same thing here. Let's just go ahead and get these right here a little bit highlighted. I'm going to do the same over here. So touch. There you go. And then don't want to forget that little guy over here. Basically, every one that you put your tree trunk on, that's the one I'm going right back and just highlighting. Okay. Remember, try to keep the bottom dark if you can. I'm going to grab a little bit more of this white medium. Go right back into my yellow here. Touch of that green. Touch more. And touch of that. Just want to darken it slightly. And let's go ahead here and start highlighting as well. There we go. There we go. And I just don't like that one, so I'm going to go ahead and I want to add a little bit of a tree trunk. So here's that mix. Just grab yourself a little chunk here and just come in there like that, and you give yourself a nice tree trunk right in front of that green. We go ahead and use same color and go into here. And same thing. Give it a touch. one side's better. So I'm trying to make sure I use the one side because I just seem to feel like I get just a little bit better detail with it. Same thing, just touch, touch. And same thing here. There we go. And I'm just gonna give that a little bit of a white, just a tad bit. I'm just gonna go into some of my white medium. Add a little bit of that white in there. And I just want to now you gotta be careful. Stuff is too loose. Really, really loose. So gotta be careful. I just want a couple of highlights. Just a couple of extra. There we go. And I want a little bit more of a tree trunk there as well. So same thing, just grab yourself a nice chunk here. And I want to come in and just get myself a little bit more of a tree trunk here. There you go. And I'm going to come in and use my 1-inch brush. I'm going to go ahead and tap in here and start to just tap in. Just tap in a little bit. Just be careful of your tree. You don't want to overdo it there. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of this medium. Give me 1 second here. Try to hurry this up. I know you guys are probably falling asleep by now, but just tap that in there and just come on in. There you go. There we go. Just kind of, there we go. And I'm going to just touch into here a little bit. Try to get a little bit more shadow. Some dark color in there, kind of helps out a little bit. There we go. Just gives you all this different color and stuff like that, as you can tell, okay? And then I'll come back. There we go. We're just using some sap, just straight up sap green. No medium, and just touching. There we go. And I want a little something right there. Go ahead and just touch some of that. Just a little bit of the medium. There you go. I think that looks pretty good. Let me just want just a little bit more of a touch up here. Some straight black. Maybe maybe something like that. And we'll go ahead and grab a little bit of this. This was white, burnt umber, and some of the burnt sienna. And just come in and just there we go. Just highlight that a little bit. Let's go ahead and make it pop out by adding some. Actually, let's make a little bit. Let's just have a little fun here. Just add a little bit of blue, a little bit of blue, and white. Oh, I got a nice hair. There we go. And we'll go ahead and just put that in there. We'll give it some shadow, like a shadowy color, as you can see. And I'll just come back with a little bit of white. Something like that. And just for fun, and since I still have a little bit of this white left, I'm going to come in and just maybe put a little. Put some right there. And maybe something like that. Just a touch of this stone highlight color there, just in front of it, just a little bit. There we go. Just like that. And then just a touch of the dark color we were using. Just went a little bit. There we go. There we go. Maybe a little bit over here as well. There we go. Just trying to get some, there we go. Little shadow, a little extra depth. There we go. And I'm just gonna last little bit of here. And I just want to clean it up a little bit better. There you go. And this painting I don't think will be complete unless we put in some kind of bird. So I'm just gonna go into I'll just go into some brown, just straight brown. A little bit of that, excuse me, a little bit of that, and a little bit of the paint thinner. That's odorless paint thinner once again. You can see how loose that is. And we'll just put in a nice little bird. Come in, grab a little bit of your white medium, and you can come right in and just get the little bit of the tips here. Grab a little bit of just a little bit of your dark here, which is my black. I'm just going to come in and just there we go. Way in the distance. I had a little bit too much paint thinner on there. Let me see if I can fix it. Just had a little bit too much paint thinner on there. Do something like that. Always struggles with this. There we go. I'm going to go into my white medium. I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to sign it right here. I always sign usually right here on the left side. Remember, make sure that paint is thin. It will slide over as long as it's thin and you have paint on your brush. If you don't have any paint, you won't be able to sign it. There you go. And I really hope you enjoyed this painting. It was fun to do. It's been a while since I did like a nice mountain painting like this. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please take care of yourself. Stay safe. And see you next time.